$100 MBA Show, the only business podcast that's crazy enough to give you exactly what you need every single day with our daily 10-minute business lessons for the real world. I'm your host, your coach, your teacher, Omar Zenhom. I'm also the co-founder of the $100 MBA, a complete business training and community online. And in today's episode, you will learn what Michael Jackson can teach you about business. I must confess, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, but not for the conventional reasons fans love him. Yes, his music is timeless and he's probably one of the best performers of all time, but that's not why I've been fascinated with Michael Jackson practically all my life. Let me explain. One of my earliest memories is when I was 3 years old, walking with my sisters to the school bus. I was too young to go to school, but I would walk with them with my mom, pretending I was going to school with them. I remember my sisters standing by the bus stop with their friends. There was about 7 or 8 young kids ranging from 5 to 9 years old, and Michael Jackson's Thriller had just come out, and every kid on that bus stop, including my sisters, had a Michael Jackson button pinned on their jacket. Remember those little metal pins that we used to put on? I'm aging myself here, but some of them had Michael Jackson notebooks and bags, and one kid actually had a red Beat It jacket on. I remember my sister, who was 6 at the time, asking one girl that had a Michael Jackson button on, saying, "Oh, you like Michael Jackson too?" And the girl replied, "Only crazy people don't like Michael Jackson." And this statement encompasses why I've been fascinated with Michael Jackson, because he built a brand around his craft. Now, whether you recognize it or not, Michael Jackson was in itself a business. And there's so many amazing branding lessons you can learn from his legacy, and I can't wait to share them with you in today's special episode. So let's get down to business. Today's episode of the $100 MBA Show is hosted by HostGator, our personal choice for our complete web hosting solution. We use HostGator for the $100 MBA and Webinar Ninja because we love how easy it is to use. You can register domain names, you can install WordPress in one click, you can buy SSL certificates. It's so easy. Plus, with our 24/7 live support via phone, chat, or email, they'll walk you through anything you need when it comes to your website. And best of all, as a $100 MBA listener, you get a special 30% discount on web hosting. That's under $5 a month for web hosting. Just go to HostGator.com/MBA30. Again, that's HostGator.com/MBA30. Let's first put it out there and just say that yes, Michael Jackson is a perfect storm of great talent and training, but the guy is not an idiot either. He knew what it took to build an audience of raving fans. Everybody was hooked. And that's what you want to do in your business. You want to make sure that the people that resonate with your message are completely hooked, that they can't wait to see your next blog post, that they can't wait to see your next product, that they're in love with what you produce. You know, many people forget that Michael Jackson was an icon, a brand for over 2 decades in the music world. He was part of popular culture for so long. After all, he's called the king of pop. And that doesn't happen by accident. He knew what it takes to take his talent and make him a legend. He knew he had to be daring enough to carve out his own brand in a sea of brands. After all, he was competing with some huge talents in the 80s. Talents like Madonna, Bruce Springsteen, Whitney Houston, Stevie Wonder. But how did his brand and his music and his business of music surpass all of these people? Let's look at lesson number 1, differentiation. Again, he's got huge competition in the music world. How is he going to stand out? How is he going to add unique value? Let's flash back to what was called Michael Jackson's star moment when he kind of came out of a shell. And it was during the Motown 25th anniversary special. This is when he was performing with his brothers, and then he performs Billie Jean live on stage. Now, most don't know that when he was asked to perform with his brothers in the Jackson 5 melody, he was hesitant. He just released Thriller, and he didn't want to make the same mistake of the previous album, Off the Wall, where people were still not sure if he was a permanent solo artist, a unique brand now. He wanted to make sure that people knew that the young Michael Jackson of the Jackson 5 is no more, and he wanted to confirm his new direction and identity and brand. So he had to make some deliberate choices. This is something you're going to have to do in your business as well. Make deliberate choices to stand out. So he agreed to perform with his brothers on one condition, that he gets to perform his latest single from the Thriller album, Billie Jean. Now, after performing the melody with his brothers, and before performing Billie Jean, he actually talks to the crowd. He now wants to insert himself as a solo artist. He wants to make sure people know that that's over now. And he says these words, "Those were the good old days. Those were the good songs. I like those songs, but I especially like the new songs. And then the bass line of Billie Jean kicks in. I would love to insert that footage right now in audio form, but copyrights are so stringent these days, I don't want to take the risk to have our show compromised. But when the music kicks in, this is the moment where everybody's paying attention. In this performance, the man is wearing one glove. I mean, who wears one glove? Who cares? It looks cool. Because Michael's cool. His socks are sparkling. He fakes he's combing his hair after he tosses his hat. He holds the mic sideways at times. No one does that. Then he stuns the world with the moonwalk, a dance move that no one really sure what they saw when they first saw it for the first time. Michael understood in order for his brand and his business as an artist to thrive, he had to be more than just a singer or an incredible vocalist or a groundbreaking dancer. In order to stand out from the pack, he had to differentiate himself. He understood that the delivery of the product is as important as the product itself. Lesson number 2, the power of video marketing. Michael was the pioneer at video marketing, or music videos, or what he called them, short films. He believed in the power of storytelling so much that his music videos or short films were directed by award-winning directors like John Landis for Thriller, or Martin Scorsese for Bad, or Spike Lee for They Don't Care About Us. He put in the work and worked with the best. He took things seriously. Nobody was doing this. Nobody was taking their music videos to this level. He knew everything counts. Nothing was half-baked. And because he took everything so seriously, and he had such a large following because of his brand, other brands wanted to associate with him. Pepsi wanted to appeal to a younger demographic, and they had this whole new campaign called The Choice of a New Generation. So he was able to collaborate with brands like Pepsi, and he made marketing history in 1983 when they signed him up for a $5 million contract. That was an insane amount at the time for a commercial deal. So in your business, if you want to start growing and you want to start being associated with larger brands, getting sponsors or getting affiliate deals or just partnering up with people that you really admire in your industry, you got to build a unique brand. You got to build something that is different, that adds incredible value. The last lesson I want to share that Michael has taught me as a brand builder, as a business builder, is know your value. Back in 1993, the National Football League and the television network NBC were extremely concerned about the ratings as viewers were dropping during the halftime show of the Super Bowl on Sunday. They noticed that viewers would change the channel and watch something else when the first half was over and the halftime show started. Many of the competing television networks would run their best programming during the halftime show, hoping that they just stick on their network and don't go back to the Super Bowl. Actually, they found over 35% of viewers would never go back to the game. That's a huge percentage. They needed people to stay and watch the halftime show so they would continue to watch the game. They didn't want them to change the channel. They realized they needed to invest in the Super Bowl halftime show and bring in an act that would appeal to everyone, especially a non-football fan, the person that wants to switch the channel. The league needed a game-changing halftime show, so they called upon Michael Jackson for the job. Now, before they signed the deal, Michael requested to extend the halftime show. He wanted more time. He wanted to do an epic performance. And NBC was very hesitant because, again, they want people to get back to the game as quickly as possible. They were worried that, hey, if the performance is too long, they might switch the channel. Michael said, don't worry, they're going to want to watch me. And in fact, he believed that people are going to watch the game because of him and not the other way around. So when they signed the deal and they announced that Michael Jackson is going to be doing the halftime show on the Super Bowl, rival television networks like Fox heard about this. And because of Michael's star power, the Fox network declined to broadcast their counter programming that was supposed to compete with the halftime show. They said, we don't want to waste a good show on something we know we can't compete with. And in fact, this is incredible. It was the first Super Bowl where the audience figures actually increased during the halftime show. And the first time a single act took up the entire halftime show as well as an extended time. His performance is still considered today as one of the most watched television broadcasts in American television history. Yes, that is insane. But the point here is that Michael knew his value. He knew that he built so much brand equity. He knew that his brand was so strong and he was so popular that he doesn't have to compromise. He says, I need more time. I want to pull off an incredible, incredible performance. And they agreed because NBC knows Michael's a big name. And when it was all said and done, he majorly delivered. And they saw ratings they never could imagine. Guys, I got more in today's lesson, but before that, I got to give love to today's sponsor, HostGator. Guys, if you're just getting started and you're looking to build your website, HostGator is an all-in-one solution. My advice to you is sign up with HostGator with this special link to save 30% off web hosting. That's under $5 a month. That's incredible. And then once you sign up, just contact HostGator via phone, chat, or email. It's 24/7, any time of day. And tell them, hey, I want to get started with my website. Walk me through it. And they'll do that for you. They'll show you how to install WordPress in one click, how to install a theme. They'll guide you to tutorials. Their support is fantastic. If you need to register a domain name, they'll help you out with that. You need marketing services, they'll help you out with that. If you need design services, they'll help you out with that. The point here is that you need your little IT team, which is HostGator, to help you with all your IT needs for your business. So get started with HostGator and save 30% off web hosting. Just go to HostGator.com/MBA30. That's HostGator.com/MBA30. All right, guys, this was a very different type of episode. I wanted to give it a try. I hope you liked it. But I want to wrap up by saying there's a question now that you need to answer. What do you offer other than your products and services? What makes you more desirable than your competition? Why would they call upon you for what you offer? When working with you and being associated with you is a benefit in itself, that's when you're playing on a whole new level. That's what I want you to aim for. Think about this when you're building your brand. Anytime you do anything with anything external with your business, whether it's your website, videos, audio, interviews, anytime that you portray or communicate something to your audience, think about this. That's what I learned most about Michael Jackson. People want to be a part of something greater than themselves. Michael understood that, and he built a thriving audience around that. He understood that if you want people to pay attention and to hang around, you have to be more than talented. You have to be more than just good at your craft. You have to be great at delivering it as well. All right, guys, that wraps up today's lesson. I hope you loved it. Let us know in an iTunes rating and review. It takes 2 minutes. And remember, guys, everybody who leaves us an iTunes rating and review enters our weekly random draw to win a free ride, a free lifetime membership to the $100 MBA Training and Community. Thank you so much in advance for that. Guys, that's it for me today. But before I go, I want to leave you with this. There are lessons everywhere. Look at anybody that you admire that is successful. There is something to be learned. There's something that you can learn from this person through their legacy, through what they've done, through their decisions. So keep your eye out on that. Love a great director? Learn a little bit about them. Why are they great? Are you a big fan of LeBron James? Why is this guy a champion? Yes, he's talented. Yes, he's got the athletic ability. But you need more than that to make it to that level. Study greatness. Study success. It's a great way to figure out new ways for you to be successful. All right, guys, that's it for me. I'll check you in tomorrow's episode. Take care.